and then the last 20 minutes you've been tearing your hair out.
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, we completely dominated the game for 70 minutes, like you say. Could have been 4, 5, 6 up. Yeah, and wasn't to be. And then obviously, I have to make the changes for the good of the players because, you know, I put them at risk if I play them beyond 70 minutes. And then obviously at the same time, Lewis Monson's shoulder pops out. So obviously we have to make 3 changes very, very quickly. So big disruption to the game. Yeah, the only pleasing thing from my point of view, I've not lost any points tonight. You know, we've not gone from 3 points in the bag to 1 point or whatever it may be. So that's the only thing I can take from a positive at the minute. But I know tomorrow when I wake up, I'll look at the first 70 minutes and look how well we played and how well we passed the ball, and some of our players, shown the capabilities that I know they're more than capable of.
People will talk about Teddy Bishop's goal, but you must be pleased with the all-round display of a player who, he'll probably say himself, he's not at the top level of fitness-wise where he needs to be. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Yeah, he was outstanding tonight in his 70-minute spell. Akib as well will only get stronger and fitter. Just the presence of both of them being on the pitch, was great, and I felt at times what they do really well for us and will continue to do it. They carry the ball really well. Sometimes you can, as a group, as a team, you can just pass, and all of a sudden you need someone to change the pace of the game, and I thought them two can do that.
And as you said, the 70-minute mark is where it all went wrong with Lewis. Is that going to keep him out for a while, or is that something that can be sorted quite quickly and get him back in action?
I'm not 100%. What I do know is it popped back in after 30 seconds or whatever when they were sort of manipulating it. I don't know what the sort of protocol behind it, whether you need a period of time out or not. He seems quite fine inside now, you know what I mean? The pain's gone a little bit, and he seems to be okay, but apparently it clearly popped out, and then obviously they were able to put it back in. So I'll probably know more on Thursday or Friday whether it's something that's going to sort of keep him away from the squad on Saturday or not.
And as the subs you had to make there with Lasso going in at right back, Regan obviously going across to centre half, it probably shows where there needs to be a bit of strengthening done. Absolutely,
yeah, and obviously you didn't need to be a rocket scientist to work that out, and we've spoke about it over the last week or so. So listen, sometimes things are meant to be. Like I say, I do enjoy a cup run, as you know. I've had a lot of success in the cups over the seasons I have been managing, and I don't want to go out of any competition. I want to be in it as long as I possibly can. The penalties become a little bit of a lottery. It's good to see 1 or 2 go up there and be able to sort of concentrate and dispatch the penalties. So that was good. And we move on to Saturday in a good place really, because disappointing to not go through to the next round, but when I look at some of the performances out there tonight, up until the last 20 minutes, I think you can only be pleased with it.
A lot of young players in your side experiencing men's football for the first time, or maybe the second season. Do you think the whole experience of tonight, of throwing away the lead, of the crowd being on their backs and getting behind them, do you think that'll benefit them in going into the league?
It will, and what they'll do is, in them tough moments, they'll have more experienced players around them still, so we won't be in a position where it was almost like a pre-season type situation where clearly Akib and Teddy need minutes, and you've got to find a way of giving them minutes. And for me, the bigger picture is they play 70 minutes tonight. They're not that far away now, and they'll be chomping at the bit to get into the starting 11 and then go and prove that they're more than capable of putting them performances in, week out. And like I say, the young players, they will learn from it. I'm just glad they've learned from it in a cup tie and not a league game.
Adam Jackson missed tonight. I know there was obviously going to be a rotation anyway, but he did have a bit of a knock. Is he okay for Saturday?
He should be, yeah, he should be. Obviously him and Brids last year, they missed different spells of the season. We're really conscious of that and aware of that, and we want to try and make them available for as many games as we possibly can. And there may be situations this season where they don't play 3 games in a week, and I'd like to think coming in we have got a group now who can sort of deal with that a little bit, and you never know, 1 or 2 more faces, i.e. the obvious one obviously down that right hand side at the back, then that'll give us the opportunity to do it.
And you'll get bored of this question, but new faces wise, is there anything expected before the weekend?
I don't think before the weekend, but you know, hopefully maybe over the weekend, going into next week, early next week, we'll have a new face, and you know, you never know, there might be 2 or 3.